new flavor of Ghost Whey launches, you know Chef Bob's going to give you an honest review. Tonight, coffee ice cream is the newest flavor to drop off the Ghost line. If you know a little bit about me, I'm a coffee connoisseur. I haven't gone a day probably in 10 years without having a coffee, and if I did, I'd probably drop kick somebody, so that's probably not a good thing. Just a little bit to know about Ghost Whey, for those that are unfamiliar with Ghost, what they bring to the table. It's a fully transparent label where you know exactly how much of each whey protein is actually in the formula. Low calorie, but they are well known for how well they flavor the product. If you know Dan, he did a phenomenal job with the previous company he worked with, and now he's over doing his own thing here at Ghost. So first, what is it? You know what the product is, how it tastes, and also what are some cool things that you can do with the Ghost Whey, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. So popping open the lid here, it's got a decently strong taste to it. Not as strong as some of the other ones like blueberry toaster pastry and peanut butter cereal milk, which are pretty damn strong with the aroma when you open it up. Just talking to a couple of the guys there, they say they taste like a Starbucks Frappuccino. So if you can replicate a Starbucks Frappuccino in a shake, God bless you. That's all I got to say. So what we're going to do is I'm going to toss this on my Ninja. We're going to bring it back, and I'm going to hit you with my sampling cup. So 1 scoop and about 8 ounces of almond milk mixed with the ease. A little bit on the thicker side. So if you like a little thicker milkshake kind of consistency, Ghost Whey is definitely something you're going to want to look into. I haven't had a problem mixability-wise with any of the protein flavors in a shaker cup. Even if you stir with a spoon for about 30 seconds, it will dissolve pretty easy. But let's get to the bottom line here on how this tastes. One other thing I wanted to bring up is sometimes you will see coffee ice cream, or I should say coffee protein powders, disclose how much like caffeine is actually in the product. I did not see it on this label, which means it's probably very minimal. So for those that are like, well, how much caffeine is in there? I'm going to assume it's going to be on the very, very low side, but I don't have a pinpoint answer on that at the given moment. So, how good is the coffee ice cream? Well, being a coffee nut, this is pretty damn good. Now, I'm going to be biased because I love coffee. This is a very, very good flavor. You kind of get a little bit of a cold brew taste on the initial taste. In the aftertaste, you kind of taste like the scalded milk that you kind of get in like a Frappuccino a little bit. You don't really taste like kind of like a whipped creamish kind of like taste to it, but you get that very nice, smooth, and silky aftertaste, which is phenomenal. Now, where does it list on the flavors on the Ghost line? So, I personally have always had blueberry toaster pastry at the top, just because it's a very sweet blueberry with the Pop-Tart chunks in there. Phenomenal. Peanut butter cereal milk are usually my 2 and 3. The holiday flavors, it's kind of hard to throw them in the mix because once they're gone, and now they're gone. The milk chocolate, not my favorite. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think it's just a middle-of-the-road chocolate out there on the market. And the fruity cereal milk, I think, is good, but it might be too sweet for some people's taste preferences. I will probably put the coffee between a mix of 1 and 2 with the blueberry toaster pastry. Again, I love coffee. Ghost nailed it. It literally tastes like a cold brew with kind of like a steamed milk in there and a little bit of whipped cream. It's not really noticeable, but just enough to pick it up. It's deadly. And if you're a coffee nut, you're going to want this. If you don't really like coffee too much, I would say grab a tub and try it. Maybe trade it off if someone doesn't like it. That might be the best thing to do. But one thing you guys are really want to keep an eye out for is on the Ghost YouTube channel, I will be throwing down with Chef Ricky Bitchin' Kitchen. I'm going to contribute this wonderful cinnamon streusel coffee cake and ship it to the Ghost warehouse all the way in Chicago. So keep an eye on the Ghost YouTube channel. You'll be seeing that soon. Hope you guys enjoy